We're back with this week's edition of the Knights Baseball Roundup here with Coach Gary Puccio. Coach, last week we spoke. Team was scuffling a little bit coming off that tough Xavier series. What a difference a weekend makes. You come home here to the multi-family baseball complex, take all 4 games from the mound, and now 6-1, top the NEC standings. What are the emotions and the vibe of the team now?
Yeah, I guess it kind of proves out, like I said, we weren't as bad as our record said because we were playing top teams, St. Louis, Xavier, and we played fairly decent, especially with our starting pitchers out there. So I guess it carries over a little bit that when we got back to conference play, we were better prepared, and the kids played extremely well this weekend. We got great starting pitching, the defense was outstanding, and obviously we hit good enough to win the first couple games and went outstanding.
Yeah, you mentioned the starting pitching. Got 4 great starts, got to rest the bullpen a little bit. Each of your starters working deep. How nice was that to see everybody get into a little bit of rhythm?
I tell you, look, I told Logan after the first game, I said, you set the tone because he definitely bulldogged his way through that game. It was just an outstanding effort, and I've seen him do that for us. I can't tell you how many times over the last 4 years. So it was good to see that kind of performance from him. And, he sets the tone, he really does. And I thought that was big for us winning that game on Friday, and carried over.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, you saw him, you were probably a little worried after those first 2 innings. He threw a lot of pitches, but really buckled down, reached deep, and looked like he was getting stronger as the game goes on. Is that something that's been his trademark or something this season that he tends to get stronger? Or?
It's funny, 2 years ago, I know you weren't here at the time, but 2 years ago, the last day of the season, we had to beat Mount. Whoever won that game was going to the playoffs, either Mount or us. And Logan gave up 4 runs in the first inning. Top of the first, they hit a 3-run homer here. He gave up 4 runs at the top of the first, and he walked into the dugout and he said, "They're getting no more." And sure enough, we came back and won the game 8-4, and it was like he just bulldogged his way through the rest of that game. And I had pitched him in relief on Friday because we had to win that game. We had to win 3 out of 4 that weekend. So I pitched 2 innings in relief on Friday and then threw a 9-inning complete game on Sunday. The kid's just money in the bank. He really is.
Yeah, and then obviously another guy who helped you out a lot this weekend, the NEC Player of the Week, Ryan Brennan, batted .571 over the 4-game series with 7 RBIs, 6 runs scored. It was a monster weekend. But the other big thing was he had 2 saves for you. He closed out Friday's game on Friday and then Saturday. Have you had a player like that with the versatility to be such an offensive catalyst, but then be able to be the closer and close out the games?
Yeah, he makes the sandwiches between games too. He does everything. Ryan Brennan is as good a player as I've probably ever coached. I mean, the kid's a winner. He's a monster. Like you said, he's just a monster hitter. And when he's in one of his grooves, look out. I mean, he did it at Wagner. He hit 2 home runs that basically won Wagner games for us this year. And then he doubles as the closer, which is incredible. I never brought a kid in from the field to be the closer, and I have to do it with him all the time. And last year he was coming in from left field, this year from first base. But it's kind of weird having a closer on the field during the game and then bring him in to pitch. But he just finds a way to get it done. It's just one of those kids. The one good thing about this team that I firmly believe is the older kids have such great experience. They've been in the playoffs twice. They've done a lot of good things. So they kind of know how to set the tone for us.
Yeah, it's such a nice luxury to have. And you can work the lineup around. You have the versatility to cover his spot in the field and put him out there. But the one thing you did have from this weekend was contributions from up and down the lineup. Obviously, you talk about McCann or Romano and Brennan, the top 3 guys, but some of these other guys have really stepped up. We've talked about Vonneslinger in the last couple of weeks, but Evan McDonald and Salo Isa. How great is it? How much of a luxury is it, again, to have the whole lineup hitting from top to bottom?
And the good part is they're freshmen. I mean, Solo's a freshman, and so is Owen, and hitting them in the 5 and 6 spots, which are key spots in the order. And they've been producing. I mean, Jorge had the walk-off hit in one of the games this weekend, and they've just done a terrific job. They really have. And so have a lot of the other freshmen. I mean, the position players have played extremely well for the most part, both defensively and hopefully we keep doing it.
Yeah, now you're starting to really get into the meat of the NEC schedule, and you're obviously off to a great start at 6-1. But what's going to be your message for the team? Obviously, you have a big series coming up with Sacred Heart here. Try to keep that momentum going on the road.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things I told them is every weekend's its own entity, and you have to be prepared for each weekend. And one of the things we try to teach all the time is you win at home and split on the road. So we're going up there where if we can win 2 games, I'll be very happy. I mean, obviously, always be willing to win more, but as long as we win 2, that always keeps you where you want to be. Win a home series, split on the road, you're going to be in the playoffs at the end of the year. And we've already won the Wagner series on the road, which helps. So we got 2 very tough teams on the road still. Actually 3. We got Bryant, we got Central, and we got St. Louis. So we're playing the teams that right now are at the top of the standings all on the road. So that's gonna take its toll. It's great that we're 6-1, but I don't think we're finishing 23 in points.
Yeah, that would be something. But yeah, that's the thing. We do have a young team here, a younger team, and you played well at home here, and you've got a little bit of taste of the road. And now that as you know better than anyone, those NEC road games are a tough place to go and to win. How much do you rely on the seniors like Ryan Brennan and Matt McCann and Logan Frady to really input, for a better lack of a better word, with the freshmen and really push them along to say, hey, like this is how you win on the road in the NEC?
Yeah, I got to count on the older guys because they've been. I think the big difference too is they've been there. Bobby and Jason also as juniors, they've been there both years that they played here. So when you've had 2 straight years of making the playoffs, you got a lot of kids that know the field, know what it took to get there, know the anxieties and the butterflies that you got to go through, especially as a younger player. So they definitely lead the way and they definitely set the tempo. I think I got 3 terrific captains that have done a phenomenal job of keeping the team focused. And we have a lot of young guys that drive me nuts a lot of times. So, they've done a real good job of getting them to get a little more steady and a little more consistent in playing and not making stupid mistakes that, when you try to tell them to be one level now. So, good signs, all good signs.
Great. Well, good luck this weekend. So the Knights will start their 4-game series a day early this week because of the holiday. They'll head up to Sacred Heart to take on the Pioneers. That series will begin on Thursday with a single game. The doubleheader will be on Friday, and then they'll wrap up the series with 1 game on Saturday. For all information about the FDU baseball team, head to FDUKnights.com.